Alright, so I don't know if this thing was like trying to overclock or what it was doing, but it said overclocking failed. I think this one here is probably this case here. This thing stinks like patchouli, and I'm gonna have to fucking set it outside. I can't do this. I found out what the case is. It's a Cool Master HAF like 920 or 930. It came out in 2008. It looks like possibly, and it was like about 160 bucks. What I figured out here is there's an optional kit for water cooling. There's supposed to be a little rubber pad over here that covers this, but it would be like you could have a reservoir over here. I don't know. I'm not sure how these things work here. These. So we're missing a piece here. What I'll end up doing is I'll probably go ahead and just pop a different drive in here just so that it won't look like that. So yeah, there's nothing missing from it. It's just a rubber tray that's supposed to sit there to cover up that. So anyway. So the case was 160. The motherboard was about 300 or 400 when it came out. The processor was about 300 or 400 when it came out. And then we have a 600 watt power supply in here. We don't have any other extras other than the it just looks like a DVD light scribe drive, which, like, I haven't burned a CD in a really long time. I actually used to enjoy doing it, but this other computer here doesn't even have one. So I think these are both from the same person. So anyway, there's some stuff I need to configure in here to get this to work a little bit better. And also I'm using a system that's already installed on a SSD that wasn't even designed for this. So, but fortunately, Ubuntu is pretty flexible. So I'm gonna get the cover on this and see if these temperatures change at all. Also, I can see a date on here of it looks like 4/11/2011. So 2011, 4th month, 11th day for this particular fan. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Smells terrible. Totally got some patchouli going on. Case is scratched up a little bit. It's definitely a cool looking case, but it is definitely huge. So it's really not necessary to have a case this big for me, although I do like it. But it does take up a ton of space here. So it's not the most ideal, but considering I was using that down there. Like with the other one, I actually could set this one up, which actually has probably better performance, and probably still put a radio next to it instead of, have it the other way. But okay, so now we have this thing that's reading different speeds than it should. I'm wondering what's up with this. So a power fan, it doesn't like the speed. Sometimes is it too high? Or is it too slow? It looks too slow. What do we got here for a CPU fan? We're at 1352. Oh, these are slow. I wonder why it's red. Okay, well, I don't know about that, so exit advanced mode. Okay. So now what's it doing? Okay, so here's our advanced mode. Build date 2/17/2012. We get 8,192 megabytes of DDR3, 133. Okay. Okay, I don't want the we'll leave it on auto. Target CPU turbo mode speed 3800. Okay. SATA. Okay, we have boot. Okay. I think we got everything set up where we need it. F10, save and exit. Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, we're in the Linux screen. It'll load real fast. As long as everything's working right. It's a little bit too slow. Should have already loaded. Please press delete to enter setup. We're there. Now, if it would have used the regular hard drive, it wouldn't have done that quickly at all. And so, this thing's good to go. And I would guess that I have the other board that looks similar to what's in it. So that leaves me with a crushed pop can and an extra processor. That board is probably fine if you can straighten all the pins on the socket, but I'm not going to do it. So anyway, yeah, this thing's working pretty good enough. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it out here or what I want to do with it. It's really too big for my ham radio station. And it's an older board with an i7, and it might be really good for gaming, but this is a newer board, and this one here is going to be probably okay. This one here, I actually might throw it up here for the simple fact that I can put it on the table, put a cover on it, and put a radio on top of it. And I mean, it was in a radio station, so it's kind of neat for that reason. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this at this point. I'm kind of just toying with ideas because I don't have a whole ton of room to be putting some gigantic thing in here, and the idea of being able to see inside of it's cool. So it really doesn't do me any good over there with the case facing the other direction. You can't see inside of it. But I guess that would be the only place I would really put it, and then it's kind of, out of the way a little bit, and it hides some of the ugliness of the unfinished wall here. So it might be cool if I put it over there. Maybe It would be neat to have multiple interesting computers hooked up out here, but in reality, I only need one.